What's up, everybody? My name's Ricky. I'm trying to push a positive movement here, give off positive vibes, and start a movement of like positive affirmation. And I'm trying to do a good job. And I want to tell you, you're doing a good job. So if you're tuned in, if you're hanging in out there, you're grinding, you're putting it in, giving it everything you got. Either way, good job. The world's a crazy place. Sometimes what you can do is all you can do, but good job. So today I wanted to talk about taking time for your interests, making time to do things that you're interested in. I myself would be described, or even self-proclaimed, serial hobbyist, if you will. My family makes fun of me because of it, but I like to do things. I like to tinker with things. One of the things I found is that probably as a lot of people, as you get older and you finally get a little bit of money, well, I mean, I don't have a lot of money, but you get to buy the things that, or do the things that you wanted to do when you were a kid. So I'm a big kid. Like when I was young, I was into like pocket knives. So I got into pocket knives. I have a big pocket knife collection. I always wanted, like, I never really had like a cool RC car, but I always loved them. So as an adult, I built some of the coolest RC trucks that I could possibly put together. The last RC truck that I had, I sold for almost $2,000. So, I mean, not the biggest and best, but pretty. I get deep, I dive deep. I go down the rabbit hole into hobbies and things. Recording studio, at my home recording studio, always wanted to do that when I was young. Back then in the 90s, to get some studio time was, a big deal. And the people that I knew that had home studios, those are like super cool people. So I got recording equipment. I could record music at my house. All these different things. Whatever it is you're interested in, I think it's important to find time to do these things. It's kind of maybe to a detriment sometimes. It kind of helps me, takes my mind off of things, and I get to kind of plug in. And it does get frustrating at times because of those of you out there that have a family and a full-time job. Finding time to do these things can be difficult. And recently, if you watch my last video, I was talking about how DaVinci Resolve keeps crashing on me, and I was kind of getting increasingly frustrated to the point now where I feel like I just got to give it a break for a minute. I'm gonna figure it out, but I don't have a lot of time. So when I do have time to sit down and finally do something like, editing or whatever it might be, like, it's super frustrating when I have to spend the whole time like troubleshooting. Like I'm trying to squeeze in the little bit of time I have each week, or honestly more time than I have when it becomes an issue like this. Because usually the way this goes is like whatever I'm into at the time, be it filming or photography, RC cars, knives, recording, like whatever it is at the time, like the way it's supposed to go, the way it usually goes is I'm trying to do something, and I have like a little bit of time where I could like try to sneak it in, and then that little bit of time turns into a little more time and a little more time, and next thing you know, it's a couple hours and I'm putting things off, but at least I'm doing something that I want to do. Well, it gets really frustrating when I have to spend the whole time troubleshooting and going through things and going over things and trying to watch tutorials and read forums and all the stuff. So, but that's all part of it. So I think in my life, at least, is really important for me. No matter what, I always have some type of little hobby thing going on, whether it's my car, and I have a bunch of hobbies, so it's like sometimes I focus on something big and I'll try to knock it out. Other times, most of the time actually, it's like a bunch of little things that I'm trying to sneak in, you know, edit a video here, sharpen a knife over here, wake up early on Saturday when everyone is sleeping, go do something on my car, things like that. But you guys out there, let me know like some of the things you got that you like to do. Like, what are your interests? Writing, reading. I know a lot of people like reading. I have a lot of like time where I'm driving and stuff, as you can see, and I do a lot of like audiobooks, podcasting during those times. I don't like to have like just time, especially time when I have to be driving or whatever. Like, I don't like to like waste that time. If you understand what I'm saying there. Like, I'd rather learn something by listening to a podcast. My favorite podcasts are the ones that have interesting people on. Also, because I think another thing in life that a lot of adults are missing is like some intellectual conversation. So I like to listen to podcasts. I like, you know, Lex Friedman, some Joe Rogan. He's kind of been going, like, you can't listen to an entire Joe Rogan episode without him talking about the pandemic anymore. So sometimes he has cool, interesting people on. There was one, the director of Dusk Till Dawn and a bunch of other movies. Desperado. He did that one that my kids like, the We Can Be Heroes. Oh man, my transmitter only has 10% remaining. That stinks. But yeah, Robert Rodriguez, I think is the guy's name. That podcast was amazing. He talks about like the creative process, about, man, it was so inspiring, and it kind of got my gears turning. But yeah, let me know, like, what do you guys like to do? Like, what do you try to find time to get to do something that you're so interested in that you want to try to, like, you don't have enough time to do it. But if you know the struggle, then chime in and let me know. And what are some ways that you've found to try to like budget your time, and how do you get it done? For me right now, it's editing, filming. So I got something going on, like every Sunday I've been filming a good little project, and it's cool because I'm doing, the way that I've snuck it in is that it's something that because I don't want to give it away, but it's something that I've been doing with like family, but that I can also film and like create a project out of. So it's really cool, and it kind of allows me to sneak this in. Otherwise, I might have trouble, like, you know, with the family, of like sneaking in a whole chunk of time just to do this. So this is kind of like a little hack. So that's cool. That's pretty much what I got going on nowadays. My cars, I got a really cool Cadillac, I have a, it's like my prized possession. I have a 1984 Cadillac Eldorado Baritz. It's freaking beautiful. And it's kind of been sitting on the back burner, so, because it's kind of a bigger project. Although it's inside and out, it's pretty clean. It's like I'd say the outside is like a 8 out of 10, just because it has some original paint, but it looks really, you got to get like up close to find the flaws with the outside. And the interior is probably a 9 out of 10. It just needs some of the, if you guys know old school cars, they have like the headliner, like it gets, you've seen the cars from the 80s that they got the thing hanging down. Mine is just barely, it just bothers me. You can't notice it from the outside, or probably no one notices it, just me. But it does have some areas where it's kind of getting loose. So that's gonna need to be done, which I'm sure has been done in the past from a previous owner. But so I got the cars, I got the knives. I kind of gave up on knives because during the pandemic, I think all hobbies, like everything that's a hobby, like boom during the pandemic, right? Of course, YouTube, like just everything just boom. People got like all kinds of stimulus money and unemployment, and also had a bunch of free time. So like before, like knives were like knives that I bought for $150 are now $250 or $300. So it kind of turned me off with the whole knives. I kind of gave up just because the knives that I like, the knives that I think are cool, they're just, I don't want to say they're too expensive, because kind of subjective, I guess. But for me, I'm not getting my money's worth with the knives anymore. I hope I'm not getting too much terrible road noises. Like, it's pretty loud for me. Usually I'm jamming my music. Oh, that's the other thing. I got like a super killer audio system in here. So if I'm not filming right now, I'd be jamming some music. And it's to the point where I can't really, like, if I'm in another car, I can't really listen to music because I'm so used to getting like high quality sound. I particularly built this system, did everything myself. It's what I would consider a budget system, but to get this type of system installed, like at a shop, would cost you $5,000, probably. But since I did it myself, 70% of the price is like labor and, fabrication, installation, stuff like that. So I was able to do it for, just the cost of equipment. But yeah, I got full 6-channel front stage. I have a front subwoofer and a rear subwoofer. 8-channel DSP. Tuned it all out. I'm running Class D amps for all around, just because they're more efficient. So I haven't had to upgrade my my electrical system. So that might be speaking Chinese to some of you guys, but if you're into car audio, then you know. So I basically built it to where I'm right at the edge of where I don't, and I got a lot of headroom. So what that means is my system can supply way more power than what I'm using. So that basically bumps up the efficiency. So it's not drawing a lot from my electrical system. But anyways, I just wanted to say good job to everybody out there. And also let me know what your hobbies are, the things that you make time to try to do, because I think it's important that, we have kids, we have jobs, we got a lot of responsibilities. It's important to like blow off some steam and do something that you're truly interested in. Not something for somebody else, not something for work, not something for your partner or your children, but something that's just for you, that you want to try to make time so that you could get it done and spend a little you time doing it. So drop a comment down below, let me know, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm trying to go hard on these vlogs, by the way. I'm gonna get it down, I'm gonna get really good at it. So right now we're in the car cruising because it's the time that I have. Once again, I'm trying to make little hack right there to get time to do something I'm interested in. Is I'm on a commute. When I get home, I gotta get straight to it with the family. But I have this period of time that I could do something I'm interested in. So anyways, good job everybody out there. To all my friends and family, I love you guys. Remember to tell the ones that you love them. And good job. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.